Okay, so here we are today with Helen, one of our Couch to 5K squad members. We're in week 7 now. So Helen, how's it all been going for you?
Yes, surprisingly well.
Yeah.
I've been pleased to have you prompt me along.
Yeah. Yep.
But it is what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
But it isn't something I would have been able to do entirely on my own.
No. So what was your sort of background with running in the past?
Okay, there's no background with running. I'm not a sporty person.
No.
I don't come from a sporty background. I'm not competitive.
Okay.
But I'm in my 50s and I sort of thought I want to be able to make the most of my 60s and 70s, so I better put a bit of effort in now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So it's
that's what prompted me to start thinking, well, what shall I do? Of course, you've got limited time, haven't you?
Yep.
Running seemed, a good option. I quite like the solitude, I have to say. I like the headspace.
Yeah. Good.
So I was looking, but because I haven't got any background in sport at all, I thought I probably do need to follow a programme.
Yep.
I didn't want to get injured because I haven't got time for it.
Yeah. Excellent.
So I just had a little look.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I looked at running clubs, but I didn't want to go down the running club route particularly because I didn't want to make the commitment.
Yep.
I didn't know whether it was going to be for me or not. And I wanted to be able to do it on my own terms.
Yep.
I didn't want to have to be in a particular place at a certain day.
Yep.
Just wanted to be able to do it when it suited me. But I needed somebody on my shoulder saying, this is next.
Yeah.
So,
Fantastic.
it was good. Right up my street.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been fantastic. That you have not been able to, or really keen to come along to the runs, because there are a lot of people that can't, whether they want to or not.
Yes.
6:30 at night is not a particularly easy time for a lot of people.
Didn't suit my working pattern.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's been really great to have you in the group because we want more people to recognise that they don't need to run with a group to learn to run.
Yes.
You've been really great in the Facebook group.
Yes, I've appreciated that. It's nice to know that there are other beginners.
Yep.
When I did look at other clubs, I even looked at the park runs.
Yep.
But honestly, they all look too good.
Yeah. Okay.
And it put me off.
Yeah.
So the Facebook group was nice because it was a bit of contact with other beginners without being overly committed to, spend any time or make any more effort than I was prepared to put in.
Good. I'm just so glad it's worked out well for you. And we've made it into week 7 now, and I've seen your post come out yesterday. In fact, every Monday I love your post.
Monday's a good day for me.
Most of us, most of the people with the running club, they do it on a Tuesday.
Right.
But obviously that post goes up at 6 a.m. on Monday morning, and you're right in there.
Yeah, you were late one week. I was waiting for it.
I know. That was an AM. It got scheduled for 6 p.m. instead of 6 a.m. So that was a bit of a mistake on my part, but. I think it's been really motivational for the other guys in the group as well to have that post of yours go up straight from Runkeeper with a nice picture in the background and your stats. I think that helps to inspire other members to get out and do their run.
Good. I'm glad. I mean, I am slow and I'm very conscious from looking at the others on Facebook. But it's my nature. I am just going to be slow. In fact, I think it's sort of more of a walk with an extra bounce in it, but for me it's enough. And
you're certainly not the slowest we've had, I'll tell you that. Okay,
that's reassuring.
You've had no problems from you whatsoever. Some people get little niggles and things that we need to address. Have you had any of those along the way?
No, I haven't, but I attribute that to the fact that I'm so slow, so I would be surprised if I did myself any damage. So no, it's been all right. I found the progressions are enough.
Yep.
I like the 1 minute pauses.
Yep.
But I wouldn't want any more than 1 minute because it sort of messes with my head.
Yep.
Like once I'm doing it, I need to keep going. Yeah. But and also I'm waiting for the 1 minute. So I'm pacing along.
Yeah.
That minute's coming soon. It's coming soon. No, it's not here, but no, it'll come soon. So I think, it has its advantages and its disadvantages.
Absolutely.
It's been fine.
I mean, after week 3 or 4, you have adapted, you made a lot of changes, in your body, and you don't need that amount of recovery time, as long as you do keep your speed in check.
Yes.
We find that people's lungs have typically recovered after a minute,
Yes.
and that they are ready to go on, and why waste time, right?
Yes.
You want to get up to that non-stop running as soon as you
Yes.
can.
I do notice from the others that you do things like hill training
Yep.
and things, and I'm thinking, maybe I should be doing some of that.
Yeah.
And maybe I will, but not now.
Yeah.
My goal was run 5k, well, not even really 5k, I don't know what 5k looks like, 30 to 45 minutes.
Yep.
With some effort, but doesn't do me in. That was my goal, and I'm reasonably confident that you'll get me there, and then maybe I'll think, well, perhaps I should try a bit harder. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean the hill training is more a feature of where we are. We're up at the race course, so there is a hill there, and it's handy. Interval training, hill training, it's beneficial. It takes the intensity a little bit higher than what you typically get with your flat running.
Yes.
But the structure is very similar to what you're doing anyway. Each week we run a bit further, walk a bit less.
Right.
So it's very similar to Couch to 5k anyway.
Right.
So it doesn't really make a big difference which you're doing.
Yes.
So how about, have you managed to have a look at the injury prevention course we've had available?
I'm not sure that I looked at the injury prevention, to be honest. I did look at the video clips that you sent.
Yeah, that were in the Facebook group.
Yes.
Yep,
Again, because I'm at that stage of not wanting to overcommit, I sort of kept them slightly at arm's length, because a little part of me wants to pretend that I'm not really doing it. I'm not really doing it, So if I get too geared up with, got to prevent any injury, warm up, that time I did come for the Sunday run. Blimey, I think we were only doing 90-second runs, and somebody said we run for 5 minutes to the park. Oh Lord! I nearly died on the spot, apart from the fact that we had to turn up at the gym. That was another shock to the system. So no, I don't think I saw that, but I have noticed your information about the foam roller and those kind of things, and it has been nice to know that if I have got something, I would have sent you a message and said, what's happening here. So from that point of view, I felt it was great value to have you in the background, that I could come to you if I wanted, but if I didn't, you would leave me alone just to do what the programme was.
Yeah, excellent. I mean, you've been one of the easier ones. But exactly, it is great to have that injury prevention course there. You say someone messaged me saying I've got a bit of pain in my knee.
Yes.
The first thing I'll say is, have you watched the knee injury prevention workshop? And they go away and do that. And sometimes they say, oh, that's actually sorted it out. Sometimes they say, well, I'm not sure about this. And either we'll schedule some time with them, or else we'll refer them to the physio. So it has really helped to prevent people from falling off the wagon completely. I'm not saying that I wouldn't use it. I just haven't felt the need to use it yet. And of course, it's something going forward, isn't it? That it's available.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, prospects of running 5k. Do you think? We've got 3 weeks, just under 3 weeks left now.
I couldn't remember how many weeks we were doing it for, actually. I wondered if it was 10 or 12.
It's a 10-week program.
Yeah.
How confident are you at the moment? What was the run you've just done? Was that 8 minutes?
It was 10 minutes.
10 minutes
with a 1 minute
walk.
break.
Yeah, for 40 minutes.
I didn't know how to fit that into 40 minutes. But that was fine. I'm not confident, but I'm hopeful. And
I suppose you weren't confident at the start of the programme, though,
absolutely. No, that's right. And each week I think, what's coming this week? And then you get out and do it, and you think, actually, can do that. Yeah. And I had only been doing 2 runs a week. Last week was the first time I did 3, in anticipation of surely going to be doing a bit more again next week. And that was fun. And I might try 3 a week just to make sure that I do get there.
Yeah. I mean, it's great if you can do 3 a week. It'll make it easier to do each run. Each
Yes.
time the times
Yes.
increase, it'll feel like it's less of a jump
Yes.
up. But a lot of people get away with 2 runs a week,
Yes.
and they find it okay.
Well, I noticed the little comments that you make, like if it's your lungs, add an extra run in. If it's your legs, I think you said do more strengthening or whatever. You see, just little comments like that, that they're not things that would occur to me because I've got no,
Background.
no, that's right. So I think, oh, actually, that's quite interesting. I'll try another run and see whether my breathing is better. I mean, your tip about how to set the intervals on the run keeper. Honestly, really basic stuff, and it just, that's.
Yeah.
Thanks
Would you
for that.
consider yourself a tech person?
No, absolutely not. No,
Yeah.
I would never have downloaded Runkeeper.
Yeah.
I would have only used it to its barest minimum.
Yeah.
I don't even like it. It slightly puts me off. So to have somebody telling me, this is going to help. Put this on. Here's the step by step frames on how to do it.
Yeah.
No, it was really good. I really appreciated it, and subsequently, yes, I'll turn up today to chat with you because I think, well, thank you very much. That did get me going, and
Well, thank you.
we'll see.
So, last thing I really want to get from you is what's next. Have you thought about what you'll do?
No.
Can you think past 5k at the moment?
No, I can't think past the 10 weeks.
Nope.
But equally, I would say I can't see myself giving it up.
No. Cool. Good.
But whether or not I'll be satisfied at just that, 45-minute gentle, or whether something will kick in and that says try a bit harder, maybe it will. I mean, I walk a lot with my dog, so I would, and literally, my pace is not much more than walking, so I feel that was just a small step. So I'll do this and then maybe another small step.
Yep. Yeah, like over time, the speed will improve, it'll increase.
Will it anyway, without
It
trying,
naturally-
or will it?
Well, it depends what you really do after this. I mean, typically we encourage people to continue building distance beyond
Right.
5k,
Right.
but only 1 run per week. And
Right.
then the other 1 or 2 runs you're doing are more aimed at improving your speed.
Okay.
So you're getting that balance of improving your endurance and your speed, your intensity. And yeah, as long as you're still running and there's kind of some sort of a structure behind how you're progressing things,
Yes.
then it does just keep improving. I mean, that's the great thing coming from a place where you haven't really been very fit at all. There's just so much potential.
Yes,
There's-
yes. So will you do another course similar
Yeah.
that I can sort of access more remotely and just,
Absolutely. Oh, well, I mean, we have 10k squads, half marathon squads.
but of a similar sort of
Absolutely.
structure
Very
to the
similar
couch
structure,
to-
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
That includes also an online program which provides more of what you should do session by session,
Right.
as opposed to the Facebook group. The Facebook group's still very useful, but because people by that stage they tend to have different events that they're building towards.
Right.
Then the program needs to be a little bit more personalised.
Okay.
But there's still a lot of good stuff that goes into the Facebook groups, and everyone's program does start from a default sort of template, if you like, so that we can still post what runs you'd be doing if you were still following the default template, but obviously we can't prescribe speed. And we don't prescribe speed anyway, do we? You've sorted that out yourself, learned what speed you should be running at from the earlier sessions in the program. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunity to progress beyond the 5k if you want to continue on this sort of a basis.
Yes. Well, I certainly have. I've found the weekly prompt helpful. I've found the post from the other beginners, motivating. And I think if I was left entirely on my own, there's plenty of reasons not to do it, isn't there? There's plenty of things that can,
Lots of excuses to come up.
that can interfere or take that bit of time away from you. So just to have somebody like a Jiminy Cricket saying, don't forget, this is what you're supposed to be achieving this week. And I probably, if that's available, I would look to continue that, but not necessarily with a view to doing an event
No,
or
fine.
a race. No.
Yeah, excellent. Anything else you want to sort of discuss about the program?
No, I mean, I did say to you things like, the warm up. I didn't understand what the warm up meant. So initially, I would walk 5 minutes and then go into the 90-second or whatever it is. I mean, I can Google online the warm up exercises, but are they necessary at this stage, or?
They're really helpful for preventing injury and
Right.
preventing your muscles stiffening up.
Right.
If you imagine every time you run, your muscles are becoming stronger and they're becoming shorter as a
Right.
result. So the most common cause of injury is a lack of suppleness. So your
Right.
muscles tightening up, stiffening up, and they start to tug on joints. So we encourage you definitely to do some warm-up stretches, and if you get the opportunity to do some flexibility work as well.
Right. So that's warm up before you start, because I noticed there's no mention of anything when you finish.
No warm down as such.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, typically you'll finish your walk jog somewhere in relation to home or in relation to your car,
that's
and then
right.
you'll walk back there.
And that's sufficient.
And that's sufficient, honestly. There are things that you can do to improve your recovery straight afterwards. Like my favourite is lying back on a chair with my feet up on the back of the couch,
Yeah, sounds
so
good.
your feet elevated, getting some water and or some nutrients, and so that can all help. But it's a proper stretch warm down. There's no reason why that's going to research to prove that that's going to prevent injury any more than anything else. And really it comes down to when you've got time to do that sort of stuff.
Yes.
We're trying to be too pushy on people's
Yes.
time, because it's a premium,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes,
A lot
it
of
is,
people-
absolutely. And it just seems that one step further that you
Yep.
just think, oh, I'm not sure I really want to be doing
That's right.
that. But I think you said one week, well, if you do the warm-up, I don't know whether you said you'll have a better first half or a better second half. Did you say you'd have a better second half?
Typically the first half.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't run or warm up intensely enough,
Right.
and therefore their body hasn't really, if you imagine all the blood vessels where the oxygen goes through your
Yes.
blood and into your muscles,
Yes.
if those blood vessels haven't widened, then they can't let as much blood through them.
Right.
So if you've done an intense warm up, they will
Okay.
widen and let
So
more
so
blood
almost
through.
your first interval becomes your body
warm-up.
saying, "Oh, hang on, I'm expected to do a bit more." here."
Exactly,
Right.
and that's why people often find it easier in the second half, or maybe after 10, 15 minutes of
Yes.
their run. If they haven't done
Yes.
any warm-up, but they'll find the first 10 or 15 minutes really hard.
Yes,
And
yes.
That destroys a lot of people's run. Often they
Yes.
literally go out, they think they're feeling great for the first 3 or 4 minutes, and they're going too fast and their body's not warmed up properly, and their lungs will be going crazy, and they
Right.
won't understand why they think they're
Yeah.
unfit.
Okay. Well,
and-
that makes sense.
yeah, so no, I mean, the whole idea of doing quite an intensive warm up and then some stretches lets your lungs recover from that warm up, loosens up your joints, and sets you up for a much better run.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
keep that up.
I'll think about that. So, sort of in my periphery, I think probably I would turn up. There's a park run planned, isn't there? Is that week 10?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So I thought just for the fact that it's been a joint effort, I probably would come. So
Oh, great.
you'll send some
Details about that.
information
Yeah.
about that.
The last Saturday of June.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
it's
Well,
good
thank
fun.
you. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming in.
No, that's a
and
pleasure.
I'm glad you enjoyed
Nice
it.
to have met you.
Yeah.